The world to the winners, and the winners in South Africa, the first African World Cup, are Spain.
The final two countries take their bow at World Cup 2010. It's the all-European meeting of Spain, the European champions, and Switzerland. The Swiss in their white jerseys. Silva, he's had a shot to save now. He might need some help here. Help's arriving. Tried to go all the way and just invited Bernalio to come and claim the ball. Ping forward, he's got him behind the fullback here. 3 to aim at Sergio Ramos. I think he must have watched that goal Maicon scored. Iniesta, and Piqué is onside here. It's Piqué! Oh, that was reminiscent of the goal he actually scored in the Champions League semi-final. Ziegler, fumbled by Iker Casillas. Villa. Iniesta. Wild lash of the ball by Iniesta. Villa. And the defensive wall did its job. Here for Spain, is this the opening goal? It's Villa, lovely turn, delicate chip, going absolutely nowhere. Corner early in this second half. Xavi Alonso, and it's not even close. Kufo, brilliant opportunity here for De Diok, who's lost it. De Diok still, Swiss have scored! Gelson Fernandez with a priceless goal. And for all their domination of this football match, the European champions, Spain, are a goal down. Xavi, headed on by Busquets, and the goalkeeper had to move smartly to turn that ball to safety. Sergio Ramos was ready to pounce. Way that says play on. Xavi. Iniesta! Drags it back. Shot by Villa is gripped and ready to come on, as is Jesus Navas. Double substitution coming up. It's Villa. Villa hasn't got there. Goalkeeper has. Swiss escape again. Busquets, and it's Xavi Alonso! Xavi Alonso again. Xavi Alonso, the closest Spain have come. Not a bad header indeed by Nkufo. Navas, still Navas. Good determination by the substitute. De Diok, he's round three. Against the upright, De Diok again. Slam back in, it's still De Diok. Just wide. Navas set sight for goal. It's the big shock of World Cup 2010. The last two teams to take a bow.
Very good evening to you. Welcome to Johannesburg for our continuing coverage of the FIFA 2010 World Cup. And the big question here, can Spain get back on track after Switzerland so dramatically ended their 12-game winning streak? Honduras are their opponents here at Ellis Park, newly renovated and with room.
Plenty of movement again here from the Spanish. It's a shot in the end from David Villa. Oh my word, how close was that? Very nearly the opening goal of the game. David Villa from a long, long way out. Well, there's a few options in the middle here. If Villa can find it in for Torres. They're not quite able to turn it goalward with any real, both creative from this position. It's Xavi with the ball in. Torres was pushed over. In fact, it was Sergio Ramos who was on that far flank. Xavi's joined the middle. Villa! Well wide in the end. But he's not going to be a stranger to shooting tonight, is he, David Villa? Plenty still in the middle for him to aim for. Here it comes. Oh, it's put over the crossbar by Sergio Ramos. Well, there were three there in Spanish colours waiting. The goalkeeper has been hurt in the collision. again is eager to get up there in support, but Villa with wonderful footwork has beaten two, and a wonderful goal. Absolutely brilliant. Individual magic from David Villa has finally got Spain up and running. It's a moment to savour. Absolutely sensational from David Villa here, who collects it wide left, sees only three defenders ahead of him. Here and might get the return ball. Iker Casillas is out to smother it just ahead of David Suazo. Expecting to make a late run into the penalty area here. Goes for Ramos, who pushed the defender out of the way. So it, even had it gone in, wouldn't have counted, but Sergio Ramos just losing too much muscle here on Meno Figueroa. Oh, and again given away. Here's Torres! Torres to finish! Oh, he's put it over. Well, he is out of sorts tonight, isn't he? But it might come out to a cross for Navas. Xavi just trying to plunge in, but unable to make contact. This ball out to Navas. Navas playing it in, and Villa was waiting, but unable to get a touch on that. It did come off the defence. Sergio Ramos in that attacking role that he loves to get up and provide, and head it down and over by Fernando Torres. Well, you'd have to say the best chance that Torres has had so far. He's had one or two. Alongside Torres, Xavi plays it left to Navas. Navas looking for the ball in, which is deflected, which just made it a little more difficult for Noel Valadares, but Villa wants it deep, and will get it deep. Villa! It's a second! Spanish eyes are smiling now, and David Villa with a second World Cup goal and a second of the night has surely put them in a position. Well, look at the numbers. Villa here standing back, was howling for the ball and got it. And here they come again. Sergio Ramos with a wonderful effort, blasted in. Well, there's a chance here the Honduran defence is going to be overrun from this free kick. Nunez has gone for goal, but without any kind of a touch, it's over for a goal kick. And in pursuit of a third goal, Navas, penalty. This time, no dance from the Japanese referee. Navas went down under the challenge from Isaguirre, and the referee pointing straight to the spot. David Villa, oh, he's put it wide. Would you believe it? The goalkeeper went the wrong way, and David Villa has put it wide. Even the best in the world. Torres again trying to hold the run, and he's onside this time, and Fabregas, first touch of the game, almost steers it in. Cleared off the line by Osman Chavez. Suazo looking for glory himself. Hits it wide. Goals quickly taken. Here's Navas. Sergio Ramos, again a deflection. And again a corner kick. Oh, Nunez, a smashing effort. Mata wants to go for goal himself. Well, it looked as though it took a touch off one of those Honduran defenders, but the meantime looking to improve their goal difference here. Villa just beaten to it by Figueroa. Navas, early ball in. Villa, one touch, too many. Substitute of the night, but Villa wants it back again here. Just skimmed across the face of goal. And they will survive, losing by 2-0 Honduras, but it could have been an awful lot more than that, as Vicente Del Bosque will know.
32 will soon become 16. The spotlight now is on Group H, with Chile, the group leaders, taking on the European champions Spain in Tijuana, Pretoria. We're at the Louis Westphal Stadium, which holds close to 50,000. It's South Africa.
Behind the defence at the back edge of that penalty area. Torres with a header, but he's put it over. Certainly not his easiest chance of the World Cup final so far. He was on the stretch, and it... Jean Bourgeois to send it back in, and a real chance. Marc Gonzalez has been a goal scorer once in these World Cup finals. It's Torres who's got a chance to put the pressure on. Well, the defender watched and watched. He might not have got the shot from the goalkeeper. Has his goal in his sights again, but the range was off. These sides will be looking to get on with things here, and Sanchez, that was cheeky. It's rather easy for Xabi Alonso, and here's Torres, the goalkeeper's out. Villa from a long way out. David Villa, what a goal! What a goal from David Villa. Top of the world for Spain. He becomes their leading goal scorer in World Cup finals. But Claudia Bravo in the Chile goal has got a lot of questions to answer. To get over it, here's Bosajor at the other end. Oh, the deflection has just taken it wide. I think it was Piqué again involved at one end, and then at the moment just needs to shin one in or get one off his backside if he can, and it was a central defender, Gerard Piqué, who was trying to show him the way there. Lays it back for Iniesta. Villa. Torres has gone down on the edge of the penalty area. Iniesta! Oh, delightful! Absolutely delightful! Sweet as candy from Andres Iniesta. Spain unpicking them. And when the seams came loose, Iniesta sliced it in. The referee has done well to win it back. Torres pushed over the referee, was only about 5-6 yards away, and a very clear view of that. Sanchez, Mir again, looking for a way to goal and has found it. Chile are back, and it is the super sub. Iker Casillas, beaten there I think by a deflection. But he seemed to be stranded as Rodrigo Mia's shot came in. And what a start to this second half. Yes, it was a very big deflection. Ball and Villa across the face of goal, but Claudia Bravo would have been disappointed had he not got down to that. And Fabregas again in for Villa, who couldn't quite gather it in as the ball came to him at pace. Otherwise, it would have been trouble. Villa down the middle, Xavi wants it squared and gets it here. Xavi, Villa. Good challenge in the end by Ponce. It's very good defending by the central defender because Villa. And the referee, mercifully, will blow his whistle at the end of 90 minutes.
So now we get to discover who will complete the lineup for the quarterfinals at the 2010 FIFA World Cup in South Africa, with Spain, the European champions, taking on Portugal in Cape Town. It's a game to get the pulse racing, with Spain looking to David Villa and Fernando Torres for goals and Portugal expecting Cristiano Ronaldo to have...
Again, we've seen him in this position so often in this World Cup already. It's poured away by the goalkeeper. Villa willing to try his luck. Prepares, shoots. Oh, keeper's dropped it. Casillas, a rare lapse. Is that this funny ball that the goalkeepers talk about? Excellent movement. Portugal haven't had a touch on the ball, I don't think, yet. It'd be ironic if Spain scored before Portugal touched it, and Eduardo is forced into the evening's first save, and it got the crowd in Cape Town roaring. This is danger. It's into the wide position again. Spain always dangerous, and the save is made from Villa. He's really in the mood, David Villa. All his goals seem to have a trademark about them. Einstein in the papers here. It's a dangerous one. It's well caught by Eduardo, though. He'll try for goal here. That's how much sharper he is. He swung on it languidly, and the ball, I can tell you, everybody's up for this one. And Portugal, oh, so close. A touch away there. Break here, and he continues running. Portugal, a big chance for them. And the shot is beaten away by Casillas. Surely, no, he gets his fingers on the ball twice there, does Casillas. First of all, to keep out the effort from Thiago, and then under the second challenge, he did his job as well. It's intriguing though, but Ronaldo's shot will brush all the way through, probing for an opening. Villa to Xavi, he's continued his run and just a toe poke away from being in on goal. Will lead to a Xavi shot, which bends wide. Villa as opposed to Villa, and it's Villa's ball across, lands on top of the net. There's a bit of a roar. And it's Portugal who break here, and you see Casillas will be off the line just in time. Simão on the break, foiled by the Spanish captain. No, instead it is Quantrao who lifts the ball in, and they've got another header in, and again it's wide. The chance is there for the cross in, and Ronaldo's gone for it, and it's fisted away by Casillas. Goes for the high ball in, and Llorente
produces a stop of some reactionary brilliance. And Piqué beaten for pace. Hugo Almeida turns in, brilliant check, and then across the goal, and just across as well with a scampering Casillas, unable to get to it. To Villa, David Villa, he'll go for goal as well. It's a foot wide, and in the last 60 seconds we've seen both Llorente and Villa come close to break. Paging up from the right, it is Ramos, and still, and the shot is flicked just wide of the uprights by Eduardo. If anybody deserves a goal for Spain, queuing up again here now with Iniesta, through here for Villa, beaten away first time in the second. David Villa's done it. If anybody was going to pull the trigger for Spain tonight, it was going to be the boy they call the kid, David Villa. Spain's record goal scorer in World Cup history makes the breakthrough. Villa once again in towards Llorente, flick of the head, carries the ball no more than a foot outside Eduardo's uprights. David Villa, quite a lot of space which he tries to utilise. A flying stop from Eduardo again. How well the Portuguese keeper has played, but it is back with Villa. Don't need to do so anymore. The Spanish substitutes race onto the field here in Cape Town. Portugal are vanquished.
With Paraguay third behind Brazilian, Chile and South American qualifying against Spain, the European champions who won all 10 of their qualifying games. We're at Ellis Park in Johannesburg, the venue for the Confederations Cup last year, when Brazil defeated the United States in the final.
Well, Paraguay make an astonishing 6 changes to their side. None of their forward line has produced. And they'll be hoping for something special here. Here's an opportunity for Santana. An early test for Iker Casillas. Well, the Spanish defence just finding itself at... Casillas has been closed down very quickly there. Nelson Valdez doing a terrific job, and Casillas, Xabi Alonso unmarked, has picked up the position, and it came last off the head of Paulo da Silva. Here comes Morel. It's a long run up and a drive towards goal, but missed by a distance. And the goalkeeper's come. He's not always the best with the high balls in his penalty area, but he was sure enough on that occasion. Veron wanted it back. Valdez cushions it back. Here comes Caceres with a cross, and the header from Riveros. Unable to keep it down. Little here. Really is a high-tempo game that Paraguay are playing, and an effort that is the best of the game so far from Xavi. And pitch it in here again. It's a decent one, and right at the back, Antolin Alcaraz had just peeled away. The Spanish defence is insistent that he was there, lacking the power and punch that he would have expected. Has to turn it left, but here's Morel. Morel with an early ball in, and Santana with a plunging effort was not far away. Villa. Iniesta. Across to Torres. Just ahead of its intended target. 3 of his teammates in the middle, including Cardozo. It might fall here. He's offside. Nelson Valdez just ahead of Oscar Cardozo as it was played down to him. So looking to tease it over. Cardozo was being pulled over, and the penalty is given. The card's coming out as well. Here comes Cardozo. On that left foot, Casillas with a fantastic save. Getting down and holding on. And a man who's been much maligned this season for Real Madrid, whose pace is causing problems. Oh, and his finish was pretty poor. And here comes Villa. That was a dive. Oh, he's given it. Another penalty within a space of a moment. Villa seemed to make a real meal of that. But Alcaraz is booked, and the penalty drama switches to the other end. Xabi Alonso. Oh, he's saved. Here's Fabregas. Crushed away. And Paraguay survive. There are 2 goalkeeping heroes tonight. Casillas at one end, Villa at the other. And Xabi Alonso with 1 penalty hit. It's Capdevila. Pulls it back intelligently, and Iniesta can't keep it down. Well, they've not cleared it here, and Xavi with a real chance. Iniesta. 6 in red and white back. Oh, curling shot from Iniesta. Iniesta's found some space here, just gliding through and putting it wide. And Pedro! Oh, he's hit the post. Villa has to. He's hit the post, but it's finally in. They've done it the hard way, but they've done it. And it's David Villa. Who else? The man who's finally rescued the Spanish reputation. And now they can find their smiles. Well, Pedro went close. Villa went close. But somehow it rolled in. But it was Iniesta, the mastermind behind this. It's Barrios, who's going to try and test Casillas. Santa Cruz! Casillas again! Well, he's denied them for the penalty spot, and now he's denied them in open play as well. The first. Xavi. Too close to the goalkeeper, who in fact in the end was... Sees Villa in the middle. Here's Villa. One touch. Good save. Justo Villa has covered himself in glory tonight. And that is it. And cue the Spanish celebrations. David Villa is a Spanish hero again.
The Netherlands have booked their place at Soccer City in Johannesburg in Sunday's FIFA World Cup final. But who will they play? Attention here turns to Germany and Spain, the European champions, who meet in the second semi-final at the magnificent Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban.
Again, little triangle of passes and driven in, and Puyol. Well, it came to him at a flash, and he did well to get his head onto it. That of Pedro has been the liveliest player on the pitch so far, and sliding it in for Villa. Well watched by Neuer, because Villa just got ahead of the defence there to tease one in here on the left foot. Well, the goalkeeper came and just got fingertips to that. There were two behind him, but Mertesacker just, but here's Iniesta. And this right-hand side, his touch is excellent too, and the strike for goal wasn't wide by much. Forward. So here's Xabi Alonso from a long way out, but just wide. Well, they've produced the shot so far tonight, the Spanish. Ozil's made a little run ahead of him. It's square to Trukowski, who'll have a go on the left foot, and Casillas had to get down to make a very smart save. Pedro, who's going to go for goal? Solid enough by Manuel Neuer. Two defenders now. He's beaten Friedrich for a third time. Xabi Alonso. Well, terrific play by Pedro down that right-hand flank. Back here, Iniesta's picked out Xavi. Villa's there too. Here is Villa, who will hit it. And again, the goalkeeper not entirely sure it was going wide and taking no chances, but... Closer. Well, it was always a difficult ask, wasn't it, from that kind of an angle. The ball deflected him off a Spanish head. Sergio Ramos back to Xavi, and Xabi Alonso! Well, he's getting a little closer. It's Iniesta from the tightest of angles, and Villa was inches away from turning it in. Sergio Ramos has made the run into the area and claims he was tripped as he went. Has Capdevere on his way. Just behind Xabi Alonso. Pedro! Good save by the goalkeeper. Ozil. Space here for Podolski. And the shot is beaten away. Toni Kroos found a position. Pedro. Oh, and just wide. And going for the near post, but again, a very safe pair of hands provided by Manuel Neuer. Xavi's corner. Oh, and it's Puyol! And it's the man from the back who has given Spain the lead. Carlos Puyol flying in. And the German defence can only look at each other. One might be enough. And with 73 minutes played, he's got Fernando Torres there too. Oh, well, he tried to do too much. Fernando Torres was begging for the pass. Spain are in a World Cup final for the very first time ever. And after all those decades of promise, it is finally fulfilled.
It is the showcase of the game. It is the 19th FIFA World Cup final. And once again we have an all-European clash for the 8th time. 4 years ago it's France and Italy. Now it is very much the Netherlands and Spain. In Johannesburg, the city of gold. Xabi Alonso. Oh, and a mistake by Busquets enables Coit to get a shot through, but it's directly at Casillas. Now they look for a lead of their own, and the header is good, and the first save of the match is made. And a brilliant save it was from Stekelenburg as well, as Spain goes so close through Sergio Ramos. Not second time. Now it's Xabi Alonso. They're queuing up here. Side netting. Cheering at the other end of the ground. They thought Villa had his 6th of the World Cup. Not so. Into Sergio Ramos. He'll make inroads here. Ramos will surely go for goal. And good defending, Ben Heitinger, who manages to keep it away. Well, that's another challenge the referee doesn't like, and it will be the first yellow card of the match for Robin van Persie. Spain win it back, they're so adept at doing that. Xavi will hoist it over towards Villa, and sharply Stekelenburg advances and grabs the ball. It's full of it, but maybe here Van Persie will come in as Casillas leaps and grabs the ball. The 18-yard line to try and prevent a goal coming in, and Sneijder tried to catch Casillas unawares. Then Xabi Alonso does put it through to Xavi. There'll be another free kick. There could yet be another card, and Van Bommel already booked. Up the occasion here, it is Pedro, and he drags the shot wide. The man who scored in 6 different competitions. It's Robben now, fencing for position, and Casillas makes his first save of the match in added time in the first half. Here Ramos, sometimes on the end of these, Xabi Alonso, it flies wide. By Ajax as a teenager, for insubordination, they've taken him on again, he's got a ball in here. Casillas didn't appear too sure about that one. And in it goes for Puyol's header, and it just dropped behind Capdevila rushing. Defending against the Netherlands, a chance here for Van Persie, who puts the header over the top. And it is Xavi, and it's over the top. It was a big dipper, which didn't dip enough. Edge of the 18-yard area, Navas across. Oh, and there might be a chance for Villa here. How did that not go in? On any other night in this World Cup in South Africa, David Villa. A dozen players clad in orange. It's a good one, but the flag was raised even before contact was made here tonight, that's for certain. This one's through the middle. It is Arjen Robben. Is this the moment for the Netherlands? Casillas saves Spain. Robben holds his head in his hands and can't believe he's not now accepting the glory. How many times has Iker Casillas, the Saint, saved the Spanish? It is David Villa, and it's as disappointing as the rest of the free kicks we've seen tonight. To the area, it is Iniesta, and he's blocked off, very legally blocked off by Sneijder as well. And some sport. He'll only smile when Spain score, like now, should have been. Should have been for Sergio Ramos. Did that successfully, and Van Persie with the opportunity to play Robben in. Oh, and Robben, was he pulled back? And for the second time on the night, Arjen Robben is infuriated, frustrated by his own inability to beat Iker Casillas. And I think he thought that Puyol had... But when they win it, there's the opportunity to break and to slip Fabregas in. It is Cesc Fabregas, and just as Robben was foiled at this end of the field earlier. Alternative route with Fabregas, with Iniesta, and in here there are so many. It's Villa, and it's screwed wide with everybody off the bench. Fabregas, it's into Iniesta. Andres Iniesta. Has he taken too long? He has, and in common with everybody. Corner Netherlands. Over the top it goes. Best chance they've created from a set piece, that's Fabregas. Now it is Villa. On the outside comes Jesus Navas. Jesus Navas goes for goal! Oh, the crowd around the stadium really thought that had gone in. Iniesta's in the middle all alone. If Fernando Torres can find him, it's stabbed away uncomfortably to Fabregas. Surely now, Spain have won the World Cup for the first time in history. Andres Iniesta has broken Dutch hearts with the goal of 116 minutes that promises to say Viva España for the first time ever. There it is, Spain are world champions 2010. History is created in Soccer City.
The world to the winners, and the winners in South Africa, the first African World Cup are Spain.